What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dictate the Day. I'm Dick. Let's take this day. Give me about 30 seconds. I need to step into the mode. Okay, my bad. All right. It's Monday. Over the weekend, if you have been following the Ken Panama thing, which I think it's safe to say hundreds of thousands of people are following Ken Panama. If you don't know, it's a meteorite that crashed in Panama. This dude named Ken, there's been clips of it. It has grown. He has transferred it to different receptacles, if you will. But I guess the stress of the whole situation, because it has been tracking on the socials, if you will, he got rid of it. So if you know about it, here we go. Because the first couple clips are going to show you how he got rid of it, where he got rid of it. And I'm going to kind of give you my thoughts. And then I've got about a dozen or so other clips of some of the darker side of TikTok. And man, my algorithm, it's definitely getting dark. It's getting real easy to find this stuff. All right, enough with me. Let's go. Let me bring up one of my favorites here. This is the paranormal chick on the TikToks, if you will. Paranormallink.com. All right, that's who's playing this, I guess. All right, whatever. Here we go.
Ken Panama and the meteorite, alien organism, whatever it was, is coming to an end. In this next, and what may be the last video of this creature, he takes it and releases it in the wild, basically in a body of water in some sort of building. Now the question still remains, was this real or was this an elaborate hoax? And there's that persistent rumor, theory going around that this was all a hoax geared towards bringing awareness to the pollution, not only in Panama, but worldwide, the destruction of Earth. If this really...
Man, I hope it's not a hoax. I mean, I'm definitely down for saving the planet, and pollution sucks. But man, I want it to be real. Okay, sorry, here we go.
Really is that marketing ploy? It was ingenious, because millions all around the world tuned in to see what this thing really was, and if it was an alien organism that crash landed on Earth. Take a look at this, comment below, tell me what you think.
Now he's touching it with the trash bag. He was not. He was raw dog touching it with his hands before. It's all moving in the sack. From what I understand from my research, he has taken it to some decommissioned bunker there in Panama. It might be some, like national park situation. But man, this is a perfect setup for a movie. I mean, perfect. It's abandoned. No one's there. It looks a little swampy. It's perfect for shooting a movie. Like if this was a trailer, like all this was some, hoax to get us into the movie, I'm definitely watching it. It's not a bad idea if anybody's going to do that. Look at this place. Could you imagine this place at nighttime? Oh, there's no lights. It's like a bunker compound or something. And this is where he sticks it. He sticks it in here. The next clip I'll show you is from him, and it's him sticking it in this water. Oh, my goodness. Dark doorway. Here we go. There it is. Seriously, what do you think about that? I'm still in the, I don't know. Some of it's super convincing, and then some of it, because I've watched a bunch of debunk stuff, it's all just entertainment. Remember, everything you see, entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. Okay, watch this. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the music down, I think, on this. Let me just adjust, and here we go. This is that place where we just saw him stick it. It's just, we're going to get a little bit better look. It's only 30 seconds long. Kill the song there. We didn't see his hand setting it in the water. Not that that matters. And this may be the end until some city in Panama is taken over by a giant symbiote or something. Broski. All right. Okay. All right. Let's keep on rolling here. Let's roll with the punches. Once again, I got a bunch of stuff to do today, and I'll fill you in at the end. Stick around, please. I do appreciate it if you do. Here we go.
In the TV show Big Bang.
Okay, I got to stop this before we get into this. Once again, entertainment. I am not trying to pump any kind of fear, but I would feel remiss if I didn't say anything about this and something did happen. As you can see there, it says September 23rd, predictive programming. There's a thought process that, as far as like Hollywood and the dark magic and all the stuff that is, supposed to be intertwined into that. I've done some videos in the past about it, and I'm sure I'll do more in the future. There's tons of movies that predict things like, ironically, comets and worldwide dismay and destruction and things of that nature happening on September 23rd, which happens to be tomorrow. Man, and if you know anything about the red heifer stuff, I'm not going to get into it here. I have some clips from the past. If you want to go look around on my channel, Dictate the Day. Yeah, I don't know if this is something entertainment. How the whole scare everyone, create chaos, then solve the chaos. It's a form of predictive programming or mass control of the species, the human species. Yeah, I'm going to play this. It's like a minute long, and I could have put up 50 of these videos because it's all over the socials right now because it is tomorrow. That being said, I will shut up now. Somebody said I talk too much. Man, that is who I am, bro. I am sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Bang Theory, an asteroid strike is expected September 23rd. In the movie Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, an asteroid strikes September 23rd. Julia, a meteor strikes September 23rd. Knowing, solar flare strike.
That is a really good movie. I'm going to have to interrupt again, and I didn't realize this had the X-Files music on it. I need to remind YouTube's algorithm that polices all of this. This is the fair use, and I am reacting to this, including the music. The music is pretty good, and it brings back memories from my childhood. Now, with that being said, I think I'm good and protected under the copyright law. Let's continue.
September 22nd, lasting until September 23rd. Little Shop of Horrors. Humans are threatened by an event. September 23rd. Tomorrowland. Disaster strikes September 23rd. 23. Hell will arrive September 23rd.
Another good one.
Sleepy Hollow. A dimension opens up September 23rd. Ghostbusters. Evil is released on September 23rd. This is the end. 9/23 is the date the rapture happens.
Love that movie.
Pandemic. Outbreak starts September 23rd. Either fake aliens, fake Carrington event, or a fake asteroid, September 2023. In the TV show.
I don't know. But like I said, I feel like I definitely had to say something. I feel like there's tidbits of truth in everything. I preach it almost every one of these that I upload. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, let's roll.
I might be at a loss of words here. We've got some major developing news about the Boogosphere that just came out. Scientists tested inner resin from it, and it dates back to over 12,500 years. That's older than Göbekli Tepe, older than agriculture itself. If it holds up, it changes everything. So this test was done by Sirius Technology Advanced Research, and they use accelerator mass spectrometry with razor sharp 30-plus year margin error. And in other words, this is not a sloppy guess. It is very accurate. That places the Boogosphere right in the Younger Dryas period, a time of massive climate upheaval, melting glaciers, dying megafauna, and humans just beginning to build sacred sites. The lab results showed a PMC of 20.94, meaning only about 20% modern carbon is left in it. That's dead ancient, not modern. I've stayed away from the Boogosphere since it first emerged because I wasn't sold on it and was letting more time and more data play out. I will say this, if it proves to actually be legit, this is absolutely mind-blowing and it rewrites history. And if so, it pushes us into a time before dynasties, before written history, a time when mainstream science says humans weren't capable of creating something like this, especially. So who built it? Why? Does this prove an advanced lost civilization, or is it evidence of non-human intelligence? Drop your theories in the comments. This is getting interesting.
Love that guy. Hallucination Hippies. Definitely check him out. I like him because he has a common sense approach, and if something is debunked, then he lets you know. I've only done one video out of the 100 or so that I've uploaded that dealt with this. I don't know. It just kind of, the Boogosphere looked a little too man-made. I know it's got like alien writing and all this craziness and it's perfect and whatever. But the fact that they carbon dated that thing 12,500 years ago, man, like, that rewrites a lot of stuff if you know anything about like biblical history and things of that nature. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you decide. Once again, entertainment, tidbits of information. Let's keep it rolling.
Yesterday, the world saw something so mind-bending.
All right, I didn't know if I was really going to put this up. 3I Atlas, is it a comet? They say it is. Some people say it's not. It's light. It's growing. And now we have that new thing, the Swan R2, whatever it is, which is supposed to be 100 times bigger than this, which would make it like a rogue planet. I've heard that has been debunked too. I just thought this was interesting because of not just its trajectory, but what it did. And once again, I don't know. Here we go.
It defies not just our understanding of physics, but reality itself. 3I Atlas, the object that's been capturing the world's attention for weeks, disappeared without warning. And we're not talking about a simple fade-out. No, it vanished completely. For 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Gone. Zero trace. And this wasn't just an issue of, oops, our sensors lost it. Even gravitational wave detectors went silent. Every observatory, telescope, and space station on Earth went dark. It was like someone hit the cosmic off button. Then poof, just as mysteriously as it vanished, it reappeared 340 million kilometers closer to Earth, parked near Jupiter's orbit as if it had been teleported. Teleported. Not moved, not traveled. Just rewritten itself into existence at a spot that would take light 19 minutes to cover. This isn't just fast. This is breaking every law of motion in space we've ever known. But it gets even crazier. This wasn't some passive reappearance. Once 3I Atlas rematerialized, it began scanning us. Yes, you heard that right. It started probing satellites, military systems, and even the International Space Station.
Okay, I don't know how, for one, he knows that or where he got this information at. So just keep that in mind. But definitely interesting if even a little bit of this is accurate. Entertainment. Not sure.
It was doing it with laser precision, 2.3 seconds for communication satellites, 4.1 seconds for military reconnaissance. It wasn't just observing, it was learning from us, adapting in real time. And that's not even the scariest part. What followed next, a massive electromagnetic pulse, was detected from the area where 3I Atlas reappeared, a pulse that's never been seen before. It wasn't just chaotic energy, it was a precisely modulated signal, almost as if it was calculating its next move. The implications of all this, our understanding of reality is being rewritten right before our eyes. Forget faster than light travel, or wormholes. This is something beyond our wildest theories. And it's not just 3I Atlas. A whole fleet of objects, including massive escorts, are coordinating movements in ways that make our military look like we're playing catch-up. Governments around the world are panicking. Military alerts have been raised to DEFCON 2. NASA has postponed Mars missions. Everyone's on edge, preparing for what comes next, because, let's be honest, if these beings have the ability to teleport at will, we don't have a clue what their next move will be. But here's the kicker. They haven't attacked yet. Despite their overwhelming superiority, they're just watching us. So, the question now isn't when they'll arrive. It's, what have they seen? And what are they waiting for? We might have just been put on the map in a way we never expected. 31 days until Halloween, and time is running out. What happens when the rules of reality are no longer ours? Yesterday, the world...
If I'm going with, how should I say this? My woo-woo kind of feeling. Interesting, yes. But it's not scary to me. Per se, I just don't feel like it's a bad thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out. And it is rather ironic that it's timed up with this in between the September 23rd predictions and then Halloween, which is, All Hallows Eve. It's spooky, it's scary, all that stuff. Weird. All right, let's keep going.
Hey, yo, wait, hold up.
I just thought this was... Watch. Everything's a scam.
1913, our purchasing power has gone down over 98%. And it's even more weird that same year, the Federal Reserve was created, which is not federal nor have reserves.
You right.
Interesting. Question. So this private bank, which is a private entity owned by other banks, they loan out the money and make us pay interest on that money that they loan out. Why do we pay taxes if they just print up the money?
For real?
Everything's a scam.
I really, that's one of my favorites too. The Maverick approach. He's got some, mind bombs. Boom. What is happening in our world? That's just a whole nother. Okay. Yeah. If you feel like everything's a scam, put it in the comments. I'm trying to get some more comments. The only comment I got the other day, and one of my videos has like 400 views. Crazy. Probably one of the highest viewed, uploads I've ever done. And I think one of the only comments is, the split screen doesn't work and I talk too much. I do appreciate the comment. And I think my split screen works. I don't know. Maybe it's the format you're watching it on, because I can pull my videos up on my phone. Or I can pull them up on any of my devices, my laptop, everything, and it looks just fine. So I don't know. But I'm going to keep doing it. Thank you, whoever you are. I'm not going to put you on blast. I still appreciate and love you very much. Let's go.
And it was called the Galactic Federation.
Israel's space security.
Okay, this is, I didn't hear about this. I just saw this clip. This is the Toilet Time Media guys, another favorite of mine. Definitely check them out. Israel Space Chief says Galactic Federation of Aliens exists. Is this why we're building our space fleet military thing? Is it all coincided? Or is it all some project? Blue ice cream. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Security program for nearly 30 years. Hayam Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation.
The Galactic Federation of Light is not going to send you a shiny new spaceship if you get all love and light enough.
The Galactic Federation. Have you ever heard
what
of
we
those?
call the Interstellar Alliance.
So now you're telling me that the Galactic Federation egged with the hieroglyphs as well as the representative who was in a hibernated state.
The Galactic Federation spoke with, say, the shadow government or the collective governments on planet Earth to say, no matter what this is happening, no matter what, we're coming here and you're getting to this place of being this galactic civilization. And so you either tell your people about this or it's just going to happen.
And it was called the Galactic Federation.
Yeah, I don't know. I just talked about that project. Does it coincide with the Three-Eye Atlas? With all the recent discoveries, the UAP hearing in Congress, Interesting. All right, let's go.
If you haven't heard about this new Texas law,
I live in the Tejas, y'all. And, I walk the straight and narrow as much as possible these days. And I'm talking about paying my taxes. I'll talk you out of a fist fight with me anytime. But I think this needs to be spread around because some of these laws that have changed, things are changing and it's getting a little scary. Watch this. Social media doubling prison time in Texas. Whoa.
I want you to send this video to everybody you know that's conducting any type of activity in the streets, especially if the internet is involved in any way. Whether they brandishing firearms or they trying to move them packs, please make sure the word get out. Listen.
New law in Texas effective immediately. Social media can double your prison time. Now, what are we talking about? Our Texas legislature passed several bills that are now in effect, and on a lot of these crimes, not all of them, but several of them, they have an enhancement, right, or an increased penalty range to add more prison time if social media is a part of it. So, drug dealing, for example, if somebody sells or purchases any kind of drug through social media, right? It doesn't have to be a post. It can be a DM or direct message. And that's found out a part of the investigation. The potential prison time can be doubled. So let's say it was originally a third-degree felony, which is 2 to 10 years in prison. Now all of a sudden social media is used as part of that transaction. We're not 2 to 10, we're 2 to 20 years in prison.
Whoosh. If you haven't heard about this new...
Everyone be careful. You know what I mean? Be careful. I know social media controls so much of our life today. But if you are, doing things, you know what I mean? It's real stupid to record it. I mean, yeah, that's frustrating. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Something kind of big.
All right, I think I'm going to use this one for my thumbnail because I think this is crazy. And of course the news didn't cover this. Entertainment purposes only. September 17th, just a few days ago, all these people met at Windsor. Like, these are, if you were going to give them a title, the uber elites, the Wizard of Oz, the people pulling the strings behind the curtain. This is unreal.
Just happened behind closed doors. Tim Cook, Jensen Huang, Sam Altman, and some of the wealthiest tech and finance billionaires in the world all just flew to the Windsor Castle to meet with Donald Trump and King Charles. And this wasn't just a fancy royal dinner, because what's unfolding here is a multi-hundred-billion-dollar play that could redefine who controls the future of AI, energy, and global powers. And here's exactly what's happening. The UK has just secured over $200 billion in investment pledges from US companies as part of this state visit, and in return, the two nations have signed a tech prosperity deal to deepen cooperation in areas like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and nuclear energy. So essentially, the deal is an exchange of cash for technology, and it seems like a win-win for both sides. Because for the US, it means American tech giants get a bigger foothold in Europe and billions in new contracts without relying on taxpayer money. And for the UK, it's about pulling in a record wave of American capital, creating thousands of jobs and positioning London as a new hub for AI, clean energy, and advanced tech. And it's easy to see which US-based stocks are positioned to benefit from this, and the obvious ones are Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Intel, and ARM Holdings from the AI and cloud side of things, Blackstone and Citigroup from the finance side of things, and defense contractors like Lockheed Martin and Palantir from the national security side of things. Something kind of big just happened behind closed doors. Tim Cook, Jensen Huang, Sam...
Okay, yeah, that's, man. I'll be careful what I say, because anytime I talk about the AI, I swear my videos get buried. If I talk about that or like the condition or state of our food here, I don't know, I'll get like 14 views on this video. So, this is worth some research, especially if you're into stocks. You know what I mean? I just saw Intel's only like $31.40 a share or something. It's not bad. Maybe pick up a couple of those. That's all I'm saying. This is not financial advice because I'm definitely not that guy, but hey, the nickname's Dick, the real name's Rich. Hey, here we go.
It's probably going to get us in trouble.
Okay, yeah, here's the one that's going to get me buried. This is an infrared camera, thermal, whatever, and what they're showing us are these big, I'll shut up here, watch.
These are the emissions from an AI data center, specifically from Grok. The Grok is the AI engine that Elon Musk uses, and it's not good news. Yeah, so this was taken through an optical gas imaging camera, which can essentially see the gases that the human eye can't, and taken by Sharon Wilson with Oilfield Witness. And this was taken at xAI's campus in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, there are 33 of these gas-powered methane turbines, of which only 15 have permits at time of recording, which is a whole other story. But what we're seeing in these videos is an awful lot of heat. Big consequence of using AI. It uses a lot of machinery, it needs a lot of heat to power it. But we're also seeing something else, because if you pan up, you see these sort of cloud. Now, they can include things like uncombusted methane, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, and carcinogenics. Basically, things that are horrendous.
It's probably going to get us in trouble.
These are the emissions from an AI.
The price we pay. I've heard everything from, yes, the emissions. There's supposed to be some kind of weird low frequency noise that people are complaining. If you do any research on this, and I encourage you to do so, you definitely don't want to live near any of these. I mean, all right, let's go. Good God.
It's no secret that governments all over the world are not very fond of homeless people. In just the last decade alone, we've had architecture built specifically to keep homeless people from laying or even sitting somewhere for an extended period of time. And recently, people have even been arrested for feeding the homeless, which to me is pretty insane. Well, now there are people who believe there is something even darker happening amongst the homeless population. You may already know this, but homeless people go missing at a suspiciously high rate, and people are starting to theorize that this isn't just a coincidence or that these people aren't just wandering off somewhere. There are even people who claim that they've seen black or gray vans go around gathering up homeless people and taking them away to where they're never seen again. I want you to check it out and let me know what you think about all this.
Don't want to go to sleep in. Right now with everything going on, dude, there's like people that we talk to that say or do the wrong thing the next day, and then you don't see them again. They just go missing. Like their flyers are up down at the resource center, down at Sunrise Navigation, and their families are looking for them, and these people just disappear out of the blue, off the streets, and are never to be seen again.
It's no secret that governments all over the world are not very
scary. I mean, you know, we have a huge issue with homeless. You know, where I live now, I don't see any unless I travel to the bigger part of the Metroplex, the more densely populated. But when I was living in Austin, man, it's crazy. And there's a real I saw a clip of a real famous homeless man. It's like Pops. I think his name's Pops. I can't remember. But he's living somewhere else now. He's not in the Austin area. But he was explaining how he got arrested and was saying how many of his friends that may have been arrested, I can't remember exactly the full story, so I'm probably chopping it up the wrong way, but he said they disappeared and he's never seen them again. And they were people that he would see on the regular, you know, because they would check in with each other and make sure they're safe and all that, and they're just gone. Yeah, that's scary. It's one of those things that I don't want to get too deep, but I definitely don't have the answer. But man, if we could, change the world we live in, make it better for everyone. Capitalism and money and oh man, the whole real estate market and sorry, here we go. You know I don't edit these. My bad.
Hey babe, wake up, new moon just dropped. Apparently, it's been orbiting us for like 60 years and we just noticed it. What a creepy little guy just staring in Earth's bedroom windows as we slept. But yeah, that's the thing, 2025. Why not just have a new moon? You know, can't be any weirder than the rest of it. Hey babe, wake up.
What? Okay, if we just discovered a new moon, how do we know that it's been here for 60 years? I'm sure there's some scientific process. But I had not heard about this till I saw this clip. And then, of course, you can go down this rabbit hole if you want. But I encourage you to do a little research. Okay, let's go.
NASA releases ISS footage that they didn't want us to see. UAP heading toward Earth. Watch and decide. But hang on, mate. Not just that. This is remarkable. This is absolutely remarkable. Shout out to Shazza UK, the bearded UFO guy, Gaz, Russ, Kernoff. Mate, thank you. Look at this.
We need to talk about this. As part of the Trump-Musk investigation into government secrets, NASA has been forced to release files from the ISS related to UAP phenomena. I'm just going to let these play here. Pictures too. I'll replay them. What do you guys think of these?
I mean, with AI and looks legit, but that just disappeared like
cloaking tech that we've been saying for ages, mate. Cloaking tech. So everybody's been out there saying it's a load of rubbish, this and this and this and that. It's bloody balloons and swamp gas. Get out. Sorry. This I've tried to cover it a little bit, right? What I'm trying to get out is this has slightly annoyed me, but I'm torn because I'm super happy and super annoyed because of they've just been thinking of us as complete and utter dickheads, right? Or trying to portray us like that, like we're stupid. But clearly, we see things. We know what's right, what's wrong. Let's go back a little bit and carry on. Look at this thing, mate. Look at this thing, straight from the Flight of the Navigator, man.
Y'all remember the Flight of the Navigator? One of my favorites. If you don't know, it's worth a little research. I bet they got it on Amazon or something. Excellent flick. Ooh, man, especially if you got kids. They would really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite childhood memories. Flight of the Navigator. That spaceship was one of the dopest. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting again. My bad.
Look at this. Now that they've come forward and said, okay, look, here's some stuff that we've seen. It now raises a question. Okay, so what about 10 years ago when this happened? Or what about the live feed that you turned off here? And what about this one? And what about this one? You know, okay, let's just go through them. NASA releases ISS.
If you do any research on the NASA, just the name alone, supposedly in Hebrew it means to deceive. And, you know, you think about the moon landing and the fish-eyed lenses and, you know, all the things. If they're letting us see this, supposedly it was leaked. I just, you know, entertainment, grain of salt. Do your own research. All right, here we go.
The digital ID thing is really
worrying to me. I've spoken to a couple of people who are my age about it, and they say, yeah, but I don't care, I've got nothing to hide.
No, that's not a fucking reason.
People don't understand how powerful data is. Are you wearing a Whoop?
I ain't wearing a Whoop, yeah.
Yeah, so let's say, right?
Yeah.
That tracks your heart rate. There's actually really powerful software in there that can track heaps of different things, your sleep.
Yeah.
And then the insurance company comes along and says, oh, you've been identified in a category that might be at risk of heart rate, your insurance premium's gone up.
Yeah.
Or we see that you drive angry home from work, your heart rate's tense, your car insurance is going to go up.
Oh, fuck.
This is what people don't understand, how powerful this data actually is. Yeah. Imagine the guys who are sitting in a room every day trying to squeeze as much power out of this data as they can.
Yep.
Digital ID is the last straw. The digital ID thing.
You know, sometimes when I hear about this and the fact that, you know, yes, if you're wearing a Whoop, it tracks your heart rate and other things, like he was saying, your sleep and stuff, which can, you know, in turn affect your insurance, and from health insurance to life insurance to car insurance, just like they're saying. But isn't that stuff kind of like medical because it deals with your body and whatnot? And shouldn't that be, I don't know how this works, but shouldn't that be like HIPAA protected? So you don't get access to that unless I give you permission? Are there going to be some laws implemented on that? Probably not, because it'll affect the money that the big dogs are making. Capitalism, just entertainment. All right, let's roll.
People are going to the store and getting meat that looks kind of funny.
This
Nothing beats
freaky.
a Jet2 holiday.
Whoa, what is
And
that?
Right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of
Man,
four.
that's
It kind of looks like mine. Bro.
Yeah, I'll tell you how to save 50 pounds. You just cut it off.
Wow.
Per person, per leg. That looks like either an arm or a leg, but that doesn't look like a cow. Maybe
Right.
it is. I guess, I don't know. I've never...
Maybe it could be a monkey, a gorilla. I guess, yeah, we could go to
that's
the
a big
next
monkey arm.
We could go well, gorillas are big. We could go to the next level, though. You could say it's human, but...
People are going to the store.
Maybe it's just the way the butcher cut it and it's weird, but that's a deep rabbit hole about where our meat comes from. Like, man, the fast food, entertainment, check it out if you want. Crazy. Okay.
Your eyes are not connected to your brain. Your eyes are brain.
What?
They are central nervous system and their brain. Your neural retinas that you use for seeing things around you are part of the central nervous system. They are the way that you know when to be alert and to be asleep. And they are two pieces of brain that during development got squeezed out of the skull and placed outside the skull.
Whoa.
Yeah. They're the only two pieces
Crazy.
of your brain that are outside your skull, assuming that you don't have some sort of damage.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
Your eyes are a part of your brain.
Yeah, and that's why when people tell me, oh, you know, the eyes are the window to the soul, I'm like, well, look, I don't know about souls, but they are definitely your brain. So when I look at you, and now it's weird because I'm looking at, you know, we're not looking at each other's pupils, right? But when the hypnotist, I should say, looks at the pupils, they're saying, you know, the pupil size is a direct readout of how loose that hinge is. So when they shine light in someone's eyes and they take it away and they go, your eyes are not connected to your brain. Your eyes.
If you've ever had a concussion or been tested for a concussion, that's exactly what they do. They shine the light in and out from your eye to see how fast your pupil responds. I mean, you could do it to yourself. You can go inside your bathroom, look in the mirror, turn the lights off, turn it on, and you'll watch your pupils respond. And according to Mr. Smart Guy Andrew Huberman, and he is smart, I love him. Shout out JRE too. That means that the connection is better the faster that responds. Outstanding information. Okay, let's go.
Over the last few months, things have really been...
All right, I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this was set up. I don't think it's AI, but it could have been staged, but I just thought it was so interesting. It's a couple minutes long. We're going a little long here on the video. I apologize, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Here we go.
blowing up in terms of the discovery and the amount of people who are jumping into digging these things out of the ground and exposing the history for what it is, not wanting to take people's scienceless claims as fact and showing that there's clearly something more here to the story. This discovery is something like right out of Stargate, the TV show. I'm seriously astonished. I mean, we found different things that look like portals and Stargates before, but this is, I mean, it's not even fully out of the ground yet as I'm recording this. I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I'm seeing, and I'll follow up later with a more detailed experience. But
Just
this
wait.
is something else.
Wait till they get
And
deeper.
These squares and the whole sitting, the hole and the size of excavation that is going here is it's got me speechless. I got to say thanks to the Tolteca team and Tolteca Alien. These guys are absolutely showing stuff that we really need to see if it's real. I mean,
For real.
so many
Is it?
questions and so many unanswered things about our history. Seeing an advanced civilization and some of the things that are talked about in other ancient texts, like the Anunnaki and Sumerian themes. It corresponds with this very heavily, you know. It really, when you start breaking it down of the things that have been translated and what they're talking about and the creation stories, it's really it sits right, you know. And it really starts to play in with the Atlantis theories and, you know, multiple resets or floods or cataclysms,
gets
whatever
to the center.
occurred to cause some of these ground floors throughout the different digs. There's definitely, it seems as if something has changed greatly.
Is that?
I'll keep you posted. Till next time. Over the
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that could have definitely been set up like they dug a hole, buried that stuff. Because if you'll notice, the dirt already looks kind of loose. I don't know. Entertainment. Let's go.
Celebrities.
Okay, this is the last one. And I don't know how I feel about this stuff, but it is rather, I don't know. It kind of looks like it could be a possibility. Entertainment. Let's roll it.
Suddenly changing. I just saw a new one.
When was the last time you saw Zac Efron?
This
He's
is
in a
so
Prada
sad.
ad. Who is that? Is that Zac Efron? Just
Cat-
look at these
whoa,
photos.
that's super
They
Chad.
are not AI. That is Zac Efron.
Look at those lips.
Today, has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? Zac Efron versus 2025 Zac Efron.
I don't understand. I don't get it. It's so weird.
Do you see the differences?
Maybe he got body snatched.
Some.
Celebrity.
Okay. I'm going to end on that one. I thought that was interesting and entertaining. All right. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end. Before I go, I will let you know, because I've been kind of hinting to it. I will be accepting a job offer very soon, more than likely later on today. And it's probably going to change when I upload these things. I don't know. We'll see how things unfold. I am going to continue to try to do my best to bring you some of this. And who knows, it may change the theme of what I put up. We'll just, I'm trying to do things that make me happy, and hopefully they're working for you too. Hopefully I'm encouraging you to take your day. With that being said, Dick gonna dip. I'll see you on the flip. May the rest of your week be amazing, and may every day be a day you take. Dictate your day, everybody. Let's go. Before I bounce, though, you know how I like to do it. I'm going to give us a little vibe to continue on this first day of the week. And let's be successful, shall we? Sounds good. Sounds good. I love you guys. Let's make it happen, shall we? It's going to be a good one. I feel it. I feel it. I kind of like this one.
Later, y'all.